Is Earth being watched by something not of this world?
Humanity has always wondered if we are truly alone. Today, that question has a jaw-dropping, heart-stopping answer. The James Webb Space Telescope has peered into the depths of Comet 3 I Atlas and found something that defies every expectation: unmistakable signs of life. The data is clear even as it baffles the brightest minds.
This is the first time something like that is observed, where there is a glow ahead of the object towards the sun.
What kind of life could survive, even thrive, inside a comet hurtling through the cold vacuum of space? We're about to uncover the mind-bending details of this discovery and explore the terrifying reality that this living cosmic visitor is now set to arrive at our doorstep. Comet of life. The vast, inky canvas of space has always held an irresistible allure for humanity. We've gazed upward, wondering if we were truly alone. Then came the James Webb Space Telescope, an engineering marvel positioned nearly 1 million miles from Earth, a golden eye designed to peer back to the dawn of time. But what it found, deep within the icy core of a celestial wanderer known as 3I Atlas, wasn't ancient light. It was a whisper, a tremor, a shocking sign of something undeniably alive. Comet 3 I Atlas itself is no ordinary space rock. Discovered in 2019, it was initially a faint blur, an interstellar visitor tracing an unusual path through our solar system. Unlike comets born within our sun's gravitational pull, 3I Atlas came from beyond, a true interstellar object. Its journey across light years made it a subject of intense scientific curiosity, a cosmic time capsule from another star system. Early observations suggested it was a typical, albeit exotic, ice ball, roughly 600 feet wide, shedding gas and dust as it neared the sun. But not all things are what they seem, especially when observed with instruments as sensitive as the James Webb. The initial anomaly was subtle. A team analyzing infrared spectra of 3I Atlas was looking for common organic molecules: water, carbon dioxide, methane. What they saw instead was a signature that made their blood run cold. You see, the thermal readings weren't uniform. They showed pockets of unexpected heat, small but persistent, nestled deep within the comet's nucleus. This wasn't the even heating of a sun-warmed ice ball. It was something else entirely. Something that suggested an internal energy source, a biological one. To put it mildly, the team was stunned. The data was run and rerun, calibrated and cross-referenced. Every known natural process that could explain such a heat signature within a comet was exhausted. Comets are, by their very nature, frozen worlds, largely inert until solar radiation begins to sublimate their volatile compounds. For a body 600 feet across, streaking through the frigid vacuum to exhibit consistent, localized warmth deep within its core was, frankly, impossible. This wasn't just a slight variation. The temperature fluctuations indicated activity, sustained and independent of solar heating. What many overlooked in the initial excitement about 3I Atlas's interstellar origin was its composition. Detailed analysis by James Webb revealed a surprising abundance of complex organic molecules, amino acids, nucleobases, even long-chain hydrocarbons, far more intricate and in much higher concentrations than typical comets. This alone was a wow factor, suggesting a rich chemical history from its parent star system. But now, coupled with the inexplicable heat signatures, these organics painted a picture not of mere primordial soup, but of a potential incubator. The telescope's mid-infrared instrument, or MIRI, with its incredible sensitivity, could discern temperature differences of mere hundredths of a degree Fahrenheit at immense distances, giving it an unprecedented view into the comet's secrets. The most shocking fact is that as the James Webb continued its relentless observation, the heat patterns began to show a rhythmic pulse. Not a geological tremor, nor a simple outgassing event, but something akin to a slow, deliberate beat. This wasn't random. It possessed a distinct frequency, a low hum of activity emanating from within 3I Atlas. It was as if, from billions of miles away, the telescope was listening to a cosmic heartbeat. This extraordinary finding, confirmed by independent analysis from multiple scientific teams, sent ripples of both excitement and profound dread through the astronomical community. Many people are crazy about the idea of alien life, but this wasn't a blurry photo or a vague radio signal. This was hard data, spectroscopic evidence, and thermal readings that pointed to a self-sustaining biological process encased within a comet. A comet that was, even as these alarming facts were being processed, steadily drawing closer. The initial trajectory calculations, already charting its long path, were now being refined with a terrifying update. This celestial object, a frozen marvel from the interstellar dark, no longer seemed like a benign traveler. It felt like a deliberate approach. The James Webb Space Telescope, tasked with looking into the past, had inadvertently revealed a potential future, one where humanity's first encounter with extraterrestrial life might not be a handshake, but an impact. This wasn't just a discovery, it was a cosmic alert. But what exactly was this life manifesting as such strange signals? The answer may surprise you. Life in the ice. The stunning realization that something alive resided within Comet 3I Atlas sparked a frantic scientific effort. After the initial shock from the James Webb's data, researchers began to delve deeper, trying to understand the nature of this biological anomaly. What kind of organism could possibly survive, let alone thrive, in such an extreme environment? You see, the conditions inside a comet are, to put it mildly, brutal. Temperatures hover near absolute zero at about negative 440 degrees Fahrenheit, and the vacuum of space offers no protection from cosmic radiation. This isn't a warm, watery ocean, it's a frigid, irradiated tomb. Yet the James Webb's mid-infrared instrument continued to deliver baffling data. The periodic heat signatures detected were not consistent with any known terrestrial extremophile. Earthly life forms, no matter how hardy, require liquid water for their metabolic processes. But the internal temperature readings within 3I Atlas indicated localized warming, just enough to potentially create tiny, transient pockets of liquid, perhaps supercooled brines within its ice. This was a crucial insight. What many overlooked in their assumptions about cometary infertility was the potential for pockets of highly saline water, which could remain liquid at much lower temperatures than pure water. The unique composition of 3I Atlas also played a significant role. Its high concentrations of complex organics, first flagged as a wow factor curiosity, now seemed like building blocks, or perhaps even part of the organism itself. The thing nobody tells you is that some of these detected molecules were chiral, meaning they existed predominantly in one-handedness, a strong indicator of biological processes. Life on Earth, for instance, overwhelmingly uses left-handed amino acids and right-handed sugars. Finding a similar chiral preference in 3I Atlas's internal chemistry was a mind-blowing piece of evidence for biology at work. This wasn't random chemical noise, it was ordered complexity. Some exobiologists theorized that this life form existed in a state of extreme metabolic suppression, much like tardigrades or water bears on Earth, which can enter a state of cryptobiosis, surviving radiation, vacuum, and extreme temperatures. This cometary inhabitant might be designed for interstellar travel. It could be slowly metabolizing, generating just enough heat to maintain localized liquid environments crucial for its survival, drawing energy from the comet's unique chemical makeup. Imagine a creature that sees millions of years as a brief nap, only waking when conditions are just right. The sheer size of the organism, or organisms, remains a profound mystery. While the heat signatures point to multiple active regions, it's unclear if these are colonies of microscopic entities or parts of a much larger, singular being. The data suggested an aggregate mass of biological material equivalent to roughly a small car, distributed across several discrete pockets within the 600-foot wide comet. This was not a single isolated cell. This was a complex multi-component system functioning and evolving. Further observations from James Webb using its near-infrared spectrograph began to reveal faint, transient light emissions within these active zones. These were not the reflections of sunlight nor the glow of sublimating ice. These were subtle bursts of light consistent with bioluminescence, the very process that makes fireflies glow or deep-sea creatures illuminate the abyssal darkness. This added another astonishing layer to the enigma, a living thing encased in ice, glowing dimly from within, billions of miles away. It was an alien lighthouse signaling its presence across the cosmic ocean. The implications for astrobiology were immense. If life could originate and survive within comets, then the universe might be far more populated than we ever dared to imagine. It challenges our very definition of habitability, pushing the boundaries beyond liquid water planets to cold, dark, volatile worlds. And you can see this everywhere, that science constantly pushes against what we thought was fixed. This discovery wasn't just about finding alien life, it was about rewriting the rules of life itself. But while the scientific community grappled with these awe-inspiring discoveries, a far more pressing concern began to dominate the discussions. The object harboring this incredible biological secret was, without a doubt, still on its way. The next chapter reveals the truly alarming trajectory of 3I Atlas and what it means for our planet. Collision imminent. As scientists grappled with the astonishing biological discovery within 3I Atlas, a more immediate and terrifying reality began to sink in. The comet, with its impossible cargo, was on a direct course for Earth. You see, the initial trajectory calculations, already unsettling, were refined with agonizing precision by a global network of observatories, from powerful ground-based telescopes to the James Webb itself. The data didn't lie, the path was clear, and the closing distance was happening faster than many expected. Comet 3I Atlas was moving at an astounding speed, estimated at approximately 160,000 miles per hour relative to the Sun. While this speed is common for interstellar objects, its specific vector meant that a close encounter with Earth was not merely a possibility, but a certainty within a projected time frame. The estimated arrival window was calculated to be within the next 5 to 7 years. A blink of an eye in cosmic terms, but an eternity for humanity to prepare. This was the ultimate wow factor that silenced every debate about the nature of the life within. The thing nobody tells you is that a celestial body roughly 600 feet in diameter, traveling at such incredible velocities, carries an unimaginable amount of kinetic energy. To put it mildly, an impact event of this magnitude would be catastrophic. Imagine an object the size of 2 football fields impacting Earth. It wouldn't just be a localized event. While not a planet-killer event like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs, it would cause regional devastation on an unprecedented scale. The shockwaves, the dust cloud, the seismic activity, the effects would ripple across the globe, impacting weather patterns, agriculture, and communication systems for years. The most shocking fact is that the biological component within 3I Atlas adds an entirely new layer of unknown danger. Is this life benign? Could it survive impact? Could it interact with Earth's biosphere? These were the terrifying questions keeping scientists and governments awake at night. If this alien organism, perfectly adapted to extreme conditions, were to survive atmospheric entry and impact, its potential effects on our ecosystem are completely unpredictable. It could be harmless, or it could introduce an entirely new form of biology that our planet has no defense against, fundamentally altering the fabric of life as we know it. Many people are crazy about fictional alien invasions, but this wasn't a science fiction movie. This was real, tangible, and hurtling towards us. The world's space agencies, once focused on exploration, suddenly pivoted to planetary defense. Project Guardian, an international initiative, was swiftly established, pooling resources and minds to find a solution. Discussions ranged from kinetic impactors, a method of nudging the comet off course, to more drastic options. The challenge was immense, requiring technology and coordination on a scale never before attempted. And you can see this everywhere, the sudden shift in priorities, the frantic energy. The discovery by James Webb wasn't just a distant observation, it brought the cosmic threat right to our door. Engineers began modeling various deflection scenarios, considering everything from precisely timed standoff detonations to advanced laser ablation techniques designed to vaporize surface material and alter the comet's trajectory. Each option carried immense risks, and the margin for error was razor thin. A slight miscalculation could make the outcome even worse. The clock was ticking, not in days or weeks, but in the relentless progression of 3I Atlas across millions of miles of empty space. Every minute, the comet drew about 1,600 miles closer. The urgency was palpable, a cold knot in the stomach of every scientist involved. The world held its breath, waiting for answers, waiting for a plan, and wondering if this incredible discovery of life was also a harbinger of something far more dire. But even as the threat loomed, a deeper question emerged. How had this life stayed hidden for so long? The revelation that Comet 3I Atlas contained active biological entities and was headed for Earth escalated the crisis from a scientific curiosity to a full-blown planetary emergency. Yet amidst the frantic efforts to devise a deflection strategy, scientists continued to study the James Webb data, seeking to understand the life itself. You see, the initial heat signatures were just the beginning. As 3I Atlas drew closer and its internal conditions subtly changed, the telescope began to detect even more perplexing phenomena. The ethical questions were also immense. If we could divert 3I Atlas, were we destroying an alien ecosystem? Was it our right to intervene, even if it meant our own survival? Could such an event truly unfold overnight, or are we missing key details about other cosmic threats? Do you think humanity is ready for such a monumental encounter? Let us know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-bending cosmic mysteries.